some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ace, TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D Rob.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Rob just said before we came on 5 seconds, and I said, well, my clock says 5:58. He goes, well, your clock is slow as hell.
Yeah.
That's like somebody handing you your food out the window and you saying, hey, this isn't my order. And they go, yeah, that isn't. It's sure not.
I guess I wasn't giving you information you didn't already have.
It's a personal
Fair
problem.
enough.
Yeah. Technical director means clock setting.
Look, if I set that clock to where it is now, it'll be off at tomorrow.
Then let's get down in.
You trying to say
We can
it's
just
cheap?
yeah, it certainly is. We can just get rid of that clock.
Here with the clock in front of it doesn't work.
Is yours off too?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mine just now said the show would be starting.
Oh. Well, we should wait on and do it by the clock.
Do it by the clock. Well, which clock? 'Cause the one on the computer is right.
But these big ones in here that are supposed to be the ones we follow. Well, if we did that though, I would start a few seconds before you would start.
Right.
We'll be on a little echo delay.
Yeah. And Rob would go, y'all aren't starting at the same time. Well, thank you. Oh, and Alexis is here today. Is that a Pac-Man shirt or a Miss Pac-Man shirt?
None of the above.
None of it? Oh, it's some kind of a drug.
This is Yaga.
Okay, is that a drug reference?
No, it's not a drug reference.
What is it then? It looks like Pac-Man, kind of.
No, this is a friend of mine's line that he has.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a something like a Pick-Man.
Mm-hmm. Stands for You Aren't Great Alone.
Oh.
Say it again.
You aren't great alone.
But is that a moon then that looks like a Pac-Man that I was thinking was a Pac-Man?
I don't
What
think
is
so.
it?
This is a face. These are the eyes, the mouth, and it has a little earring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
See it now?
Man. Because
Yeah.
he's yellow?
Well, this thing looks
Has an eye
like
patch.
the one on the left side. Her left side looks like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
From a distance.
It's an earring.
It looks like a Pac-Man that you would find painted on the side of a building in Tijuana or something.
What does that mean?
Mexican
It's not
Pac-Man.
no, I'm just saying it's not a professionally done Pac-Man. I'm glad it's not supposed to be Pac-Man because
Yeah.
it doesn't look that much like it.
Nah, it isn't.
Is there a message in that? You aren't great alone.
Yeah, that when you are great, it always are different people that have contributed to you becoming that person throughout
Takes a
your
village.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you meet different people throughout your life that help you become that person.
Oh, they're stewing right now.
I know they are. It's like,
No, I'm
listen,
not.
I can't come with any
Aces,
type
I
of
can
positive. I can't come with any positive
I didn't
message
say a
in this
word.
Yeah, you
room
did.
ever.
I could just tell Ace, he was like, I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, but I'm grimacing at Rob saying it takes a village
Well,
because
that's-
that's straight up
Rob was
Marxism.
trying to get you fired up.
Because I mean
I
that's
was.
straight
I
Marxism.
certainly was trying to get him fired up.
Takes a village.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
So people are making a big deal out of this Madonna fall. She was performing on stage, and for whatever reason, her dancer. Madonna's in her 60s.
Yeah.
She's nimble and
She
athletic.
hits pretty hard though.
Yeah. They like drag her across the stage in a cheap wooden chair by a guy wearing high heels, and she falls and hits the ground pretty hard, and you can
She hit
see
hard.
she's already in a knee brace. So I'm sure performing a lot takes its toll on your body. Hey, again, she's a woman in her 60s. And she hits the stage pretty hard, as they said.
But I mean, she should be wise enough at her age to know that men aren't supposed to be wearing stilettos, and that it might end up in a fall because men don't wear stilettos.
Well, not the proper attire to be dragging anybody in a chair.
Yeah, especially
at
if you're
full speed.
if you're a clunky man walking along there
Well.
in some some like it hot shoes. Come on.
Yeah. What I like is the way one of the guys goes to help her up, and he tries to take her by the left arm, and ever so gently she snatches her arm, not to make a scene, but you can see there's a moment where she glances at him like, don't, and she snatches her arm away and it's just smiles and walks over. But there's a brief moment of her like,
Somebody's getting fired.
oh, you tell she's stewing at that moment. Yeah.
Absolutely stewing, this guy is. So there's this
Yeah,
drama.
old people get cranky.
Maybe.
Oh, I know.
It's late. It's like 11 o'clock.
She's supposed to be in the bed.
Tired, man.
And
got
she's
grandbabies
notorious for going
to
on
do.
stage late anyway. So
Yeah.
the show doesn't start at 9 like it's supposed to.
I want to fall.
She didn't get to see her grandbabies yesterday.
It's got to be what it is. They're making a big deal out of this TikTok drama with Billie Eilish, which I think is hysterical. So at the People's Choice Awards on Sunday, there's this shot of Billie Eilish sitting at a table, and she goes, "There's so many TikTokers here." Well, yeah, it's the People's Choice Awards, not the Oscars.
Right.
And there's this TikTok guy, Bryce Hall. He was like one of the original really big stars on TikTok. Said, I used to stan Billie Eilish, but no more. I'm not going to be doing the Renegade to her song, which is like a dance they used to do on TikTok. So just kind of poking fun. And now it's on TMZ. His response, he was clearly joking. But again, it's the People's Choice Awards. Of course they're going to have TikTok people there. So I said yesterday, if you get up on the People's Choice Awards and start crying during your acceptance speech, get a grip. It's like crying at the Nickelodeon or Teen Choice Awards.
Well, I thought Billie Eilish was about inclusion and everything, and now here
Yeah,
she's
she's
like,
kinda snotty.
now she's being snobby. Now that she's become a star, it's
Yeah.
like, I can't believe they let them in here.
There's so many TikTokers here.
So many TikTokers.
Yeah.
I thought you were about everybody being involved in everything.
And
break.
she's a weirdo too. I mean, let's
yeah.
just look at it. But is stan a term now that means? Is it in like Eminem's song
Yeah.
"Stan"? So he's making jokes about being a stalker. Because
Yeah.
wasn't Stan a stalker, a dangerous stalker?
It was, but now it's used as a way to just talk about a rabid fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eminem's doing a whole documentary called Stan, which kind of focuses on these like super fans of different artists.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see the cuteness in dangerous stalkers.
No, not at all. That song, if you listen, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
go back and look, it's super creepy. Mm-hmm. P.S. We should be together too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What?
Stan?
What you talking about, Stan?
Chill out, Stan.
I love that song. No.
Yeah, but I mean, Eminem's never been able to write anything worth crap.
Get out of here.
Really?
That's my least favorite Eminem.
Yeah, it seems like everything's written in crayon.
That's my least favorite Eminem.
I'm just kidding.
And just a heads up, tomorrow morning at about this time, 6:14 a.m. Eastern, a 5,000-pound satellite is going to come crashing into the Earth. Now, here's the problem. They don't know where in the Earth. And there's about a 15-hour window that they're uncertain. They talk about like solar flares, weather changes. They cannot nail down a specific location, but they know it's 5,000 pounds, and it's just run out of fuel. So that's how it works. Like it just come crash. It can't do any maneuvers to,
Yeah. Do they
direct
have
its
any
path.
idea what's the window for them going, okay, now we've got it, and we know that in 3 hours it's going to land in the middle of New York, so we have time to shoot it down.
Yeah, well, so they're pretty specific. It makes its re-entry at 6:14 a.m. Eastern, but after that, I guess it's kind of like up in the air. They're not really sure what's going to happen, or they do know and they don't want to tell anybody to keep them from freaking out. I guess, but they think a lot of it's going to burn up in the atmosphere. And they said this happens all the time. No reason to worry. I don't know.
NASA people are dumb.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
I love
They're dumb.
that. What a hot take.
Yo, what a take.
They can't even tell you where the big satellite's coming down.
That's what I'm saying. They probably do know. They just don't want to freak out the people of like Plains, Indiana, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So
They dumb.
they don't. Those are a few things that are now trending.
We have kind of a dilemma today when it comes to group therapy, because every Tuesday at this time we start group therapy. But today we have options, and I honestly can't figure out which one I think is better than any other one to do, because I think they're all kind of entertaining in a different way. So we need to figure out, are we just going to do one? Are we going to try to burn through a couple? Either way, I think we should maybe do more than one today for group therapy, because they're very different, but both very entertaining. Next, hang on.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer, and on the Ace and TJ Family app. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
It helps if I turn the mics on. So this is that moment where every week we do something called Ace and TJ's group therapy. You send us a submission, you tell us what your problem might be, and we turn to the Ace and TJ radio family for help. Now, we have a couple of them this week, so I thought maybe we might do just one here and one in the next segment. We'll knock out two at one time. Just to kind of change it up a little bit and have some fun. So here's the first one. You can DM us anytime for group therapy or email us acetj@acetj.com. I hope that you and the listeners can settle an argument between me and my husband. Do you think that it is okay to take your own leftovers home from a gathering? We were invited to a gathering over the weekend. Our job was to bring dessert and whatever we wanted to drink. So we brought a big thing of fresh cookies from Costco, a bottle of wine for me, and a 6-pack of beer for my husband. So when we went to leave, there was still half a bottle of wine, 3 beers, and about a dozen cookies. My husband packed all of that up to take with us. 3 exclamation points. I explained to him that was rude because they hosted and that you're supposed to leave that stuff behind. He said, that's ours. We paid for it. We should get to take it home.
Yeah, I think only the beer is acceptable to take home after that. I don't know how, if especially if he brought it in his own container, like a cooler or something. So then you just grab your thing and go.
Leave
and what
the
kind
wine?
Yeah, because the wine's kind of like you look at it as a host gift or something.
And it's already it's half a bottle already open.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Because I just, if it were that big of a deal and formal of a party, they wouldn't be having you bring your own beer.
Yeah, that's true.
They'd be providing you with beer.
So the cookies.
So it's not that fancy.
In any food stays.
I think so.
I would agree.
Unless you're going to say, I'd like to take a few of these home to the kids.
Right.
You know.
Or there's leftover food in your dish. You know, like, I need to get, here, just take this food, get the dish back.
Even at that, you should probably ask them if they want to put it in Tupperware or something before you take it.
All right, so TJ says, take the beer, leave the wine, leave the food. Only the beer should go.
Unless the beer was taken loosely and put into their refrigerator or into their, community ice chest
if
there.
The beer's in your...
don't go fishing it out.
Right. Okay. What if you bought a 6-pack? We're getting so technical about this. What if you bought a 6-pack, you came in and took the 6-pack holder thing and stuck it into their refrigerator, and you've taken like 3 of them out. So there are 3 left there, but they're in the little holder that you bought at the store. Stays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tend to
you don't
agree.
want to go digging in their refrigerator.
Right.
Let me get my beer out of here.
But if it's in your own individual cooler, you're taking that home anyway, so no big deal.
Oh, you brought your own cooler. It's a fancy party.
Well, I mean, if it's a BYOB, then it's not exactly the crown giving the party.
Okay, that's pretty good. Does everybody agree?
I tend to just leave whatever I brought. Like, I just feel like it's...
I'm the same.
Like, you guys can keep it. You hosted. Like, when I buy it, I have that in my mind. I'm going to leave it.
I've already purchased it. It's gone.
Yeah.
Most of the times when I've gone somewhere, they tell me to take stuff back with me because they have too much stuff.
No, that's different.
But leave it to Rob. They tell me to take it back. So it's okay that I take it back because they
I would
told
leave
me
it
I need to take
otherwise.
it back. Yeah.
I don't want to take stuff back with
Yeah,
me.
because they don't like plum wine, so they're like, we don't want this disgusting
We
stuff.
don't want,
Take it with you.
we don't want your cran apple wine.
$4 blue wine you've got. I mean, take that home with you.
Take that back with you, please.
Plum wine.
Your blueberry fizz.
What else do you take, Rob, when you go to somebody's house?
Like I've taken like trays of macaroni and cheese when we're doing like Friendsgiving and stuff, and they
Yeah.
tell me to take it back because there's just too much stuff in general.
Okay.
Or maybe they hated it. I
Yeah, I
don't
was
know.
gonna say that's what it is.
Well, if it's a Thanksgiving celebration.
But I don't want to leave
Yeah.
with the leftovers I brought. I want the other leftovers.
Well, I mean, you just make a plate of whatever it is, but yeah. But I would want my leftovers because it'd be way better than what anybody else
course.
brought. You know?
I'm taking my mac and cheese. It's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you poke the holes in that thing and hit 6 minutes on that microwave,
Yeah, because you didn't. Did you make that mac and cheese, Rob? Or
Yeah, I
did you-
did.
Was it microwavable?
No, well, I mean, after it was cooked in the oven, yes, it was. I suppose.
to reheat it.
Reheat.
Yeah. You heated it up in the oven then.
Yeah,
Anything
I made
is
it. I made a
microwavable.
roux.
That's right. Anything is microwavable.
As long as it fits in the microwave.
Okay, so we've determined that essentially she's right. When you buy it, it should just you buy it, you take it to somebody's house. It should just, for the most part, everything should
Yeah.
stay. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you took it in your own vessel.
Okay, that's the easy one. Now, group therapy part 2, we gonna get a little scandalous. Next, hang on.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Our nation's second president, John Adams, always slept on the left side of the bed. He believed this would increase his chances of having positive dreams and a more successful next day. That's why every mattress we sell here at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress includes a left side.
And for those that prefer waking up on the right side of the bed, our mattresses come with one of those too.
This President's Day, you can save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic sets. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Miss any part of today's show? Catch up anytime on the Ace and TJ family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
A couple of new things coming starting Monday. There will be an Ace and TJ show every day, and then you'll get a brand new podcast from TJ called TJ's Podcast, and then you'll get a brand new podcast for me. It's called Ace and Friends. Both very different products, both very unique and very individual. So all of that stuff starting Monday from the Ace and TJ show, all of it available on the Ace and TJ app. Where, by the way, today, story 6 in our series 25 for 25. It's called They're Selling Eggs. It's the stupidest story ever. But anyway, 25 for 25 is a video series of stories from the past 25 years that is exclusive to the Ace and TJ app. So the point is, 2 new shows coming starting Monday in addition to the Ace and TJ show and the 25 for 25 video series, all available right now on the Ace and TJ app. You can download that in your app store, or as TJ pointed out yesterday. If you don't know where to download that, you're on your own. I'm out of help.
You probably have a phone that won't do it.
You shouldn't have a phone. You just shouldn't have a phone. Okay, so a little bit of a different edition of group therapy today because we've kind of had a run of questions lately for group therapy. So we did one in the last segment. Now, the more scandalous in this segment. Let's let you know I printed it out. That's the paper. This says, I'm a 40-year-old single mom with a 19-year-old son. Recently, I ran into the father of one of my son's friends. The boys have been friends since elementary school, but I hadn't seen the dad in years. We met each other at a grocery store, went for a cup of coffee. And then we met up again a few days later. And we hooked up. And we've kept hooking up. My son is not as close with the friend. This is a mistype. My son is not as close with the friend as they once were, but they do still hang out from time to time. I'm debating as to whether or not I need to tell my son because it's been great, and he may be around more often now.
Wait, how old is she?
She's 40.
Okay.
The son is 19.
Is that still under the cutoff age for using the term hooking up?
What, over 40 you shouldn't use the term
I'm just
hooking
asking.
up?
I'm asking. What do you, Riggins?
Yeah, you should not.
All right, so 40 is cool to still use the term hooking up?
No.
No? What's the cutoff age?
Probably
you think?
30.
30 is.
What should she say instead?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it deeply, but it's not that.
What's wrong with her saying that?
If I'm hearing an older woman say we've been hooking up, I'm going to think, oh.
Yeah.
But how else would you describe it? Because she was pointing out, hey, they didn't, but they're not dating. They're just
say what they're doing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
don't
just
say
say
that.
we've been making the sexual relations.
Ew. Definitely don't say that.
Say it like an adult.
What about enjoying each other's company?
We've been enjoying each other's company, if you know what I mean.
You gotta say it like that too.
Yeah, you have to say it like that.
But I wasn't saying. I'm just asking young people because young people judge the ick factor. See, like I just said, ick factor. I'm too old to be saying that.
Ew.
I'm standing on business.
Give them flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
So she's
keeping the receipts.
She's 40, 19-year-old son. I guess the son's friend is probably the other guy's got to be probably roughly 40, and she's 19 also. Should she tell her son now? Hey, look, I've been hooking up with your buddy's dad.
No.
Okay.
No. That's weird. Why are you talking to your 19-year-old about your sexual proclivities? That's weird.
Why is she even talking about it in general?
Well, maybe she just wants them to know, hey, maybe what if she says, hey, I've kind of started seeing
that's
your
fine.
buddy's dad.
That's right. Exactly.
Is she saying that it's going to evolve into something more?
She says it's been great, and he may be around more often now.
But I don't think it's going to be a relationship.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because it sounds like she just enjoys it started as just a hookup.
Yeah, she's a hookup.
Yeah.
She's not a relationship.
So you're saying, TJ, if I'm understanding you correctly, she should not say anything until such time as it's becomes a more formal dating relationship. For now, if they're just hooking up, if I may use that term.
He's 19.
Yeah.
And she knows that she's going to be running her stud in and out of the house every time she needs it. And the 19-year-old lives there, then she should alert him, hey, your mama's got some stuff going on. Because obviously, I'm into this because I'm over 40 using the term hook up. So you know that I would be, into that sort of thing. And then I'm telling my 19-year-old this because actually I'm trying to flex.
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm trying to brag to my 19-year-old that I done bagged his buddy's dad.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, mama needs it, okay?
Ew.
Oh.
What, Regan?
It's desperate like that, in that way. Like, I want to flex up. It's like, oh, lady, keep it to yourself. You're 40.
So you think she's just...
No one's looking for that.
So you think she's just desperate to get this information out there somewhere? She's hooking up with this guy. Yeah.
She's like, he's going to think I'm so cool. He's like, oh, my God. I just want to die. Guess what I did last night? What, besides smoke a ton of cigarettes? Let me guess. You hooked up with my best friend's father. Great. Love you, Mom.
My T-ball coach. You hooked up with my T-ball coach.
Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Oh, man. What's the one thing when you go to the movies you really need to look out for? You really need to watch out for. And a couple of other things that you really might find interesting. These are things you'll talk about the rest of the day next. Hang on.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting, there's no appraisal. You know, I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
Available when you want, how you want, on the Ace and TJ Family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I could be wrong, but our world changed forever 19 years ago today. Was it Paris Hilton's T-Mobile sidekick the first big celebrity hack?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Probably.
Because it was 19 years ago today that the contents of Paris Hilton's hacked T-Mobile sidekick hit the internet. And nothing has ever been the same.
What was on it? I don't even remember.
Well, I think there were photos on it and all kinds of stuff. But that was the first. To me, if I remember, that was the first one that you were like, "Oh my God, they got hacked," and the stuff is all over the internet.
I don't remember because I wouldn't have known what that meant back then. I wasn't nearly as tech savvy as I am now.
Right.
I didn't even know what a sidekick was. Is that
You thought it was a friend?
Is that thing that Angie used to have that worked with us? Where she'd just sit around and it was kind of like a pager looking deal, but you could send messages, like type out messages and stuff. I think that was
I think it was the first phone that had a keyboard that you could flip it one way and it would like slide and you could like type it out.
Slide around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The top. That's what I remember.
Yeah. Angie had one of those.
But yeah, I forgot. But I think they were. For some reason I thought she had taken photos.
Naked photos.
I was just say scandalous because I don't remember. But I thought that was right. But anyway, that was the first big celebrity hack, and then there was a run of them after that. And that's how all that stuff. If you're going to the movies, first off, you're going to hear this and go, "Oh my God, that's gross." But then you got to put it in context. They did a study at movie theaters and found that the average movie theater seat has 1,864 colonies of bacteria. Colonies of bacteria. That's not the worst part, though. By far, the dirtiest place in the movie theater is the cup holder with 2,396 colonies of bacteria. Now, I promise you, the next time you walk in a movie theater, you're going to remember, you may not remember those numbers, but you're going to remember these seats are dirty and these cup holders are really dirty. The cup holder has 18 times more bacteria than the average toilet seat.
Ew.
Who's pooping in the cup holders?
Right.
Like, how do you even get that? Because they probably never clean them.
But it doesn't say poop bacteria.
It doesn't say poop bacteria, it just says bacteria.
It doesn't say fecal matter.
You got to assume it's poop, right?
Yeah. And there's colonies of bacteria.
I got to assume it's
poop colonies.
Saliva and it's germs from your hand. Yeah, it runs down the cup.
Ew.
Into the cup holder.
Whose backwash is falling out of their cup?
That's true. He's 100%.
But I'm saying if 1,000 people sit in it, then you're going to have micro particles seep down the cup and into the can. People reaching with their hands after they've been in popcorn in their mouth and all of that stuff.
Sure.
I mean,
that's a red flag if I've ever heard it.
But here's the good news. The good news is the bacteria they found, vast majority of it, pretty harmless, not the kind of bacteria that would make people sick. But they do point this out. Even though these numbers sound high, if you were to take the average person, a sponge or a rag that you use in your kitchen, it's grosser than that. But you don't think about that because you think your kitchen is being clean. Right, Rob?
Yeah, my kitchen's clean, but it's not because of me.
But they say that the average kitchen sponge in anybody's house is grosser than those numbers that you just heard.
Yeah, that's why we get a new one every day at my house. We throw the old one out and we get a new one every morning, and we call it today's sponge. We do.
Let that build for a minute.
Protection.
This is going to improve your immune system. That's all it is.
Yeah, like this, the vast majority of it's not harmless.
And who's licking the seeds? Who cares?
Well, how are you supposed to know if it's going to be a good seed? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not down there licking, unless you're at a different type of movie theater. I don't know.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Everything you need to know coming up in Now Trending.
Don't miss the extra funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.